Hey, good late afternoon. I just posted today the Sloppy Joe casserole, and today is Wednesday. So I made it yesterday for dinner and I posted it this afternoon. And I hope some of you've already got to see it. And tonight we didn't have enough leftovers for dinner, so I'm going to go ahead and use the rest of the recipe for the Sloppy Joe casserole I have left. As you'll remember, I kept half of it out to use another day. Today's going to be it. But the first thing we're going to do, since today I'm going to top it with cornbread. Looking to see if I have any taco seasoning. I think I do. Chicken. Isn't this awful? I meant to have this out. I have a lot of yeast. I don't even know if it's any good anymore. There's my taco. Whew, only had one left. That's scary. I usually have 5 or 6 packs of that stuff. Okay, and that's going to be used tonight too, along with some a few more rotel tomatoes and some black beans. And a little cumin. Let's see. Not sure if it's in here. Chili. There we go. Cumin. Gotta get all my spices. I've got them like 3 places. I've got them here, in the laundry room, and in my pantry, because I don't have one space to take care of all of them. So I'm working on that. So now let's get to the beginning here of my casserole for tonight. And I gotta go get a pair of scissors. I'm sorry. It's amazing how much my scissors go. You know your socks when you put them in the washer and you get them out of the dryer and you're always one sock short and you can't find anywhere, but you knew they were all there? It's kind of like my scissors. I know they're there, but I can't find them because they're not where they should be. So, here we go. First thing we're going to do is take 1 1/3 cups of flour. This is white lily, which is really a finely ground flour. It's really nice. It's a little more expensive. I had to try it. And third. Okay. So you don't want to go in and scoop heavy. You want it just lightly put in there. I don't want anything to pack it down. So, and then I just shake it off. I get a cup. Put that in there. I'm going to put a 1/3 cup more in it. And I lift it and dump it a couple of times. There's another 1/3 cup. Now, this is all stuff I had other than the black beans. Oh, wait, I need some chili beans. Where are my chili beans? I bet I forgot to write it down, didn't I?
I didn't get you any.
Well, you knew I needed them. And we both forgot. I forgot to write them down and you forgot to get them. Okay, so I won't be using those. But it'll be fine. The black beans will make up for that. Now, the next item we're going to add is 1 cup plus 2 tablespoons of corn flour. Now, I usually have corn flour, and evidently I bought something that looked like corn flour, the consistency and stuff of it. But it's called something else. But I'm going to think it's corn flour. So we'll find out soon enough if I'm right. You can't hide that forever. Okay, so we need a cup of corn flour. And 2 tablespoons of corn flour. tablespoon, and a second tablespoon. That one leveled off. Okay, so now I should get my whisk. This old one, I need a new one, but the others just aren't sturdy enough for what I want it to do. Now, okay, so there we go. We've got that in there. Then we need 2/3 cup granulated sugar. I don't keep my sugar in a bowl. I just keep it in the store-bought bag. This is just good old great value sugar. It's 1/3 cup. And a second 1/3 cup. So there we've got that in there. Okay. Then we need butter. Oh, teaspoons of baking soda. I forgot the egg. I know we're going to need an egg. We haven't gotten there yet, but I know it's in there. Okay. Okay, 5 teaspoons of baking powder. Let's see. Can't find my favorite set of tablespoons. Okay, so there are 3 teaspoons in a tablespoon, okay? So I'm just going to do, since it calls for 5, we're going to do 1 tablespoon of baking powder. Where's my teaspoon? 1, that says tablespoon. Where's my teaspoon? Huh, teaspoon's missing. All right, so now instead of 2, we got to use 4 half teaspoons, but that's okay. We'll get the measurements in there. So total, it's 5 teaspoons. And I am out of baking powder. Better leave that out so I remember to get some. That'll suck when I get ready to go make something. Okay, and I'm going to stir that around again. Mix the sugar and the baking powder and the 2 flours. Okay. And a half a teaspoon, it says kosher salt. I don't pay attention to that. I just use, was it 1 or a half? Half, okay. There was half a teaspoon of salt, just regular table salt. And 1 large egg, that's here. And the other is 1 1/3 cup milk. So what I'm going to do, because I don't have milk, I'm going to make this with cream and water. So 1 1/3 cups. I'll put 3/4 cup cream, then 1/4 cup and 1/3 cup. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and break my egg into that. There we go. Get so much stuff laying around here. Let's just get rid of this. Get girls. It also calls for 5 tablespoons of butter, and that's in this bowl, 5 tablespoons. I melted it before I started the video. And now I'm going to beat this stuff together. And it calls for some bacon drippings, but I don't have any right now, so I'm not going to worry about it. They're optional. But if you have them, It's great flavor. Okay. Now we're going to drizzle that in as I whisk it till we get it into our cornbread dough, or batter. I guess it's more batter than a dough. A little thick. I think I'll put a little bit of water in. I think we have enough cream in there. Rosie, move. Get out of the way, Rose. And that was about 1/8 of a cup more water. That's getting too clunky in there. Gotta switch to my spatula. Okay, you can see this. That'll work out perfectly. Perfect consistency now. You know what? I don't have my light on in here for some reason. Of course, it wasn't that dark when I first came to the kitchen. Rosie, move. Move. I have more helpers out here than I really need. Okay, so there's that. Now, to doctor up the leftover casserole from last night, we're going to take what we have, and normally there wouldn't be noodles in this. Not for something like this. But there was noodles in it, and so that's where we ended up. I think I better warm that up for a minute. I won't be able to stir anything together if I don't. So here's my taco seasoning. This, my rotel. Rotel, and we'll put in juice and all. Corn, we'll see how thick it is. I might go ahead, I didn't use, oh, this is the black bean, so I don't have anything to strain off anyway. I forgot. Yeah, it's already got the corn in it from last night. And let's see, what else am I going to do? A little more cheese. Beep, 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 beep. Go, go, go. Come here. Okay. Let's check it. Just needs to get a little warmer so I can stir it up. I need a good spoon for that. Let's get this one. Rosie! This is our casserole from last night. I'm going to add all the black beans. Okay, that's all of that. All of our roasted tomatoes with green chilies. We're going to add those. Could be a little moister for something like this. Of course, the noodles did suck a lot of moisture out of the Sloppy Joe casserole, so. Okay. Now let's, Rosie. Under feet, under feet, under feet. Wish I had a door to my kitchen. Keep the little varmints out of here. Okay, let's see if we can get all of this in there. I'm not sure. That might be a mistake. Because I want room for my muffin, cornmeal. See what our cornbread turns out like. Let's do just a little more cheese on top. That's about 3/4 cup. That's all I'm going to put on there. Now, let's put this on there. I'm going to try and get this smooshed around. See, if you make this to the recipe, you put it in an 8x8 pan. But then you get a lot thicker than I need on my casserole. So, this is why I'm thinking this will work. Okay, let's keep going here. Fill in our holes. And this will probably take around 40 minutes. I'll keep an eye on the cornbread. It'll kind of judge. But since the casserole came out of the refrigerator, even though I gave it a minute or so in the microwave just to loosen it up. Okay, can you see that, everybody? I hope. Oh, and it's heavy. There we go. And we will be back as soon as it's ready. Hang in there. I'll only be gone a second. Hey, welcome back, everybody. As you can see, I have our casserole out. It's a beautiful golden brown on the top. Looks very, very good. Now, let's see if it tastes very, very good. Get a spoon. Probably going to be a little messy trying to get this out of the pan, so bear with me here. I knew it would be. Looks like it's going to have to go back in the oven. It's been in the oven for 35 minutes, but as you can see, well, maybe you can't. You can see that. I think you can. My cornbread is not finished, and I even tested it before I showed you back on, so I'm going to stick that back in the oven. 35 minutes for the first time, then we'll see. But I can still taste this where the cornbread was done. My goodness. This is really good. Delicious. Okay, I'm going to turn my oven back on. And 35 minutes at 350 wasn't enough. So I'm going to give it 10 more minutes, and I'll probably cover this with some foil so my cornbread doesn't get too burnt. And I hope that works. might be a tip if I make this again to cover it lightly with foil. Okay, that's all we've got for now, and I'll be back as soon as it is completely ready for dinner. Hang in. Hey, welcome back, everybody. It is done, but it took me 55 minutes total time, and now it looks real good. So I think it would have cooked a little faster if I hadn't put it, if the casserole had already been warm like it was last night. It would probably cook. So you just have to keep an eye on it. But it tastes really good. And it's something I would eat again and again. Let's see. There we go. Let's give it another try. Although the first one was good, because what I tried was already cooked, but a lot of the cornbread hadn't set up yet. It's really, really good. But I think instead of 2/3 cup of sugar, which is what I believe it was, I have to check my recipe. Whatever the recipe said, I cut the sugar in half. It's really, really good. And if it was, I would leave it the original recipe if I was putting it over something spicy like my chili, which I actually forgot to put the cumin and the taco seasoning in it, and that might have changed it. But let me tell you, this is a keeper. This is just stuff I have that I'm trying to use up. Take stuff from your pantry. I didn't have milk, so I used cream and water to make my own milk. You could use evaporated milk if you're out of milk. Not sweet and condensed, evaporated. You can replace milk with that. I've done it before and it works out fine. So here you go. This is cornbread topped Sloppy Joe casserole. That's what we're going to call it. And you've been watching Kat's Cooking Kitchen. I'm Kat, of course. And I am on YouTube and I am on Facebook. Kat's with an apostrophe S, Kat with a K. Kat's Cooking Kitchen. It's just that simple. Go to YouTube, look me up. Go to Facebook, look me up. I'd be glad to hear your feedback. Let me know if there's something you need help making, or if you have something you like to make but it's too many steps, maybe I can come up with a faster version. So just keep in touch with me, y'all. I really, really enjoy this. So y'all have a good night, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.